This Washington Commanders team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
To the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner of picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Well, we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders today, Sean.
Yeah. Wait, who are the Commanders?
Which can only mean, well, yeah.
I don't want to steal Colby's bit.
Checking in with Colby. He is Colby, not a political guy, but he is very tapped in.
He has dogmatic takes when it comes to bring the Washington Redskins back, which I know our guest also agrees with. Also, get rid of dome football, storming the field, awesome. New kickoff rule, horrific.
New things generally bad.
New things bad. I agree with Colby on a lot of his takes, but his hatred of the NFL, I believe, goes too far. As we know, the National Football League is the greatest football league of all time.
We'll have to get into it with Colby. The next time we talk to him will be our final predictions about this red zone nonsense.
Oh, hating college football red zone.
Hating red zone period. No, hating red zone period. The concept of red zone. He was mad that Goodell announced that that ESPN had licensed the red zone, so they
keep
could use
him away
from
my sport. Yeah, sorry, Colby. Not we are blessed to have access to God's
That's like boxing saying Dana White, stay away from my sport.
Yeah, I mean,
horrible. Take.
Also, you might not like Goodell and some of the stuff he's done, but
are you seeing what the TV networks are doing to college football?
People are watching football, which is awesome in my mind. Now,
Goodell would not be doing what UCLA and USC would not be in the Big Ten if Goodell was in charge.
They asked Goodell if it was something about like competing with the NBA, and he's like, "We're not competing with the NBA." He's like, "We're competing with Apple and Google." It's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, NBA is not on my radar.
NFL's coming for you.
College is on his radar.
Yeah, come on, college football red zone. Not everyone is blessed to have a wall of TVs at their place of business. So if you want to be able to keep up with a ton of games, I think that's fine. Like, hey, you're a college football fan, you watch your team, but then you want to maybe you only have 2 TVs. Maybe you want the second TV to cut around and cover all the action. Colby goes, the defense can never be in the red zone. What do you mean? The defense is in the red zone all the time.
It's a strange elitist take from Colby.
Yeah.
Like, as everyone has 8 TVs.
I'm an everyman. I mean, yeah, it's you might not have access to 8 TVs on one wall. We are hashtag blessed, Ryan.
Also, he likes to sit with all 8 remotes and constantly change shit around.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Good times. And I saw a Vikings fan, Kyle, in the chat. Shout out to Kyle, said, cannot wait for the pack opening show.
Oh yes. Very excited, Sean. I may have picked up a second team as I was jagging off earlier.
Yeah. Kramer already got the Jag, so they're gone, but hang out with us for the pack break. We did it a little while ago with Daps. If you're familiar in the card company, good dude. And it was a lot of fun. Everyone hit us up. Hey, love the episode. We want to run it back. So we are sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break. If you want to buy your team, and the teams are flying off the shelves, promo code SGPN. But if you want to get in, Atlanta Falcons, that's a pricey one because of the Michael Penix rookie stuff. So that one's available, which I would be interested in.
Maybe you'll buy it.
I think Penix has a good year, and then Drake May, who according to Pats fans, is the next Tom Brady. So
it's a big
I'm surprised.
wheel, man.
I mean, his cards probably would be worth a ton. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break, and we are doing the live pack break Tuesday night, 7:00 Pacific, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. And not only that, we are also giving away $1,000 Circa NFL future. Very easy. All you have to do is write down the word from each episode. It spells it out in order. 32 words for 32 teams. This episode's word is one. WON. One. WON.
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 That's the word
yes.
in today for the Commander Redskin football team as part of a 32 word phrase.
Correct.
Okay.
You writing it down over there, Ryan?
You know I've been writing it down the whole time. But
people are guessing.
Well, I've gotten some feedback.
What's the feedback?
People don't like that you're grabbing it immediate. You're going real. You're attacking it. You're giving me no chance to derail your attempt to give out the word.
Well, I don't.
It's too early in the episode. I'm hearing in the live chat.
I can do some later ones, but when we have a guest, then I know once we have the guest on, I forget to get to it. You would never remind me. So the chat is good on keeping the reminders going. The chat is lit. Everyone's locked in. And yeah, let's get it going. Joining us on the line to talk all things Commanders, football team, Redskins from the college experience. You know him, you love him. Mac, aka Ryan Moneyline McIntyre. What's up, Mac? How you feeling as a Skins fan?
What's up, man? Yes, it's a good time to be a Skins fan. First time winning double-digit wins since the '90s, and yeah, we keep on applying the pressure. We'll bring back the name that's got 3 Super Bowls. Hail to the Redskins, baby.
Kramer, lot to get to. We did play the Joe Theismann drop up top. I sent you a clip of a Joe Theismann moment that I had never seen that went viral. I sent you the link in Slack. If you can pull that up at some point, that would certainly. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do we need audio?
Oh yeah, the whole thing's audio, but it's pretty funny. We'll get to that at some point, but yeah, I mean, shout out to your Commanders there. I thought, hey, I like the Jayden Daniels pick. I was skeptical of Dan Quinn. I was skeptical of Cliff Kingsbury, the coaching staff. I was skeptical of a lot of their free agency stuff. I thought, okay, hey, Jayden Daniels might be the real deal, but this is going to take a little bit to get sorted out. But they came out of the gate 12-5. Crazy season for them, getting a rookie quarterback to the conference championship game. That was insane. Now, I think the unfortunate thing, or if you're looking at this year, if you're a fan of the advanced analytics, there's a lot of potential regression coming. Now they were 12-6 straight up, 12-5 straight up, 10-6-1 ATS. Kramer and I were both on the under. That did not come through. They smashed the win total, smashed the make playoff price. And the conference was 50-1, and certainly they got to the conference championship where they summarily got their asses kicked. But you look at 4-1 in 3-point games, 8-4 in 1-score games. They won by a Hail Mary. I think in a weird way, like this Commanders team might be a better version, or Jayden Daniels might make a step up in year 2, and they might win less games because of the tougher schedule. And just because of kind of how everything broke their way last year. Where are you at as a fan coming? Like, are you expecting them to go on a big run? Like, what are your expectations, Mac?
Cautiously optimistic. All right. So love Daniels. I mean, like you said, he made it look easy for a rookie. I've never seen a rookie be that good, that quick, and be that productive. And I think Kingsbury did a great job with him in year 1. But you laid out all the 1-possession wins. They had the magic last year. Whether it was the Bears Hail Mary game, the game that they won at the end against the Cowboys, or the Falcons Sunday night game. How they came back and beat the Eagles the week before that, and then the Saints
getting knocked out, and Kenny Pickett, and then Devonta Smith dropped that ball. They had a chance.
Yeah, they got a lot of breaks last year, but when you got a good quarterback, you always have a chance. And then the cherry on top was them just absolutely annihilating the Lions in the playoffs.
That was a sweet win by you guys. I don't think I had him on the money line. I liked him in the points, but they went into Detroit and put an ass kicking on.
That's where the extra hype is coming from. That's where the top 5 quarterback, the VR, the combination of the play, the announcement win in the playoffs, and the VR is what I think has created this trajectory for this Commanders team.
The VR?
Oh, I think the virtual reality bit with Jayden Daniels went completely viral, mainstream. And so everyone's like, oh yeah, no, he's totally a top 5 quarterback. He did the VR stuff. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Jameis Winston's doing VR too. You're not throwing him up there. I don't think it's so. Yeah. I mean, obviously Mac nailed it. It's regression. We're all, well, maybe not all of us, but some of us are willing to look beyond the hype into the numbers and say, this is a team that is very fragile, just like they were last year.
Well, and Mac mentioned Cliff Kingsbury and thought he did a good job with him. I would agree. Like the way, I mean, Ryan,
that can't keep going.
Ryan's.
Come on.
That first game. That first game against the Bucs, it was like, oh man, they're scared to let this kid throw.
Like seriously,
like I thought they seriously had the training wheels on him. Like it was like bumper bowling. Like they very limited. And then a few games in, he's running the entire playbook. And then, you look at him in the conference championship game. I thought he played, fairly well. Obviously, the defense was the bigger issue. But I would look towards. I think one, like Jayden Daniels having 891 rushing yards last year, that ended up being a big chunk of their running game. I don't know if that's sustainable for him. I think, yeah, certainly you want him to keep running, but he doesn't have a frame of a guy that can take a ton of shots. So I worry if he does continue to run, he's going to put himself out there, and young quarterbacks especially are not good at figuring out how to protect themselves. It usually takes a couple of years before they realize yeah, I can run, but I'm going to slide, because if you get lit up, you miss a couple of games, you hurt your team. So I worry about how much they relied on his running game there. But again, just watching him eye test, you're like, shit, this guy is good. They got rid of, their previous owner, Daniel Snyder, who that was it was so great as an Eagles fan, because it never even got to my radar of oh, I'm going to be worried about the Redskins this year. No, they're owned by Daniel Snyder. Even if they have good players, they'll figure out how to mess it up.
Yeah.
That barrier is gone. Now you do have Terry McLaurin holding out right now. Do you think they get the deal done? I assume so, but this isn't great that he's missing all this camp.
I think they'll get it done. I'm interested to see what the number is, but yeah, I mean, I'm never a fan of holdouts and distractions. It seems like those teams start slow every year with all the distractions and just not the reps in camp. I know Terry's been there, been in the organization, been productive forever, but I'd like to see him in uniform and get on the field. So yeah, he finally has a quarterback that can get him the ball after all those shit years of having all those shitty quarterbacks.
Yeah, no,
you can't pay Debo more than him though. This keeps standing on this. You got to fix that. Figure out a way to get him more money. I guess there's still a decent gap between what they feel like he's worth because of his age and what, he wants to get paid.
Well, they did.
If they don't get this figure out, that's an all-time fumble of having a quarterback who looks like he's good.
Yeah,
it sucks. I've said it to Sean multiple times last year. Fuck,
this guy looks good.
Fuck, the VR worked.
Deebo Samuel bringing him in. Laramie Tunsil, which I've heard a lot of rumblings around the Texans about Laramie Tunsil kind of freelancing as a left tackle, which is really crazy.
They just gave him away. That tells you something, right?
As a team that struggled with their offensive line, to let go of Laramie Tunsil,
it's got to tell you something.
It's just hey, what do they know that they let Laramie Tunsil walk? Ryan, how often do you let a franchise left tackle walk?
No, you don't.
Well, then maybe he's not a franchise left tackle. That'll be interesting to see how he does in the offensive line, and if that is something that possibly pops up for them.
I mean, how often does a top shelf left tackle change teams even.
No, it's pretty rare because once you get
Washington lost one, I guess in
Trent
Williams, but he also has a lot of issues of like perpetually being banged up and issues with management. Now we have our ranking system has Redskins at 14 offensive line. That could be, I think, a big decider for them. And then I think the running game on both sides, one, their ability to stop the run, and then two, their ability to actually run the ball. I mean, if Jayden Daniels isn't gonna, like, if he goes down at all in the rushing game, Mac, are you worried about the run game at all?
Yes. Yeah. And Daniels did go down at one point last year. He got the rib injury, and he kind of hit a little bit of that rookie wall right before December. So every time he took off, I was worried that he was going to get clobbered because he is still light in the pants a little bit. But I mean, he's got such a good feel and just a good football IQ. So yeah, Tunsil may be a little bit on the downside of his career, but you don't have to block much for Daniels because he's so mobile and he's good in the pocket.
That is true. He's good at not taking sacks, which you can look at.
Light in the pants.
little light in the loafers.
Well, that's why his mom comes around with him everywhere.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm tired of seeing it.
What the mom dating? I mean, I feel like a horrible son. I don't go on shopping trips with my mom. Like we have a totally different relationship.
I've never done that.
Jayden Daniels and his mom, like.
It's a little too much. I mean, I love my mom. I love having a couple beers with my mom and hanging out, but I don't want her around me 24/7 like Daniel's mom.
They're like gal pals. It's I'm just going off some of the videos that he shared.
It's a lot. It does seem like a lot.
Different generation.
I guess. He was out in LA with that USC girl at Juju or whatever her name is, and then his mom's there. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's like he's a franchise quarterback who also has a chaperone, which feels it feels like a bit much for me, at least. But Kramer, did you find
JJ first for those who wondered, Jayden Daniels and Juju Watkins are first cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess the mom would be the aunt of this person.
Okay.
So they're not
explain that away, which is a little.
So they're not. Well, at least that we know of.
It is weird because if you type in Jayden Daniels and Juju Watkins, the first thing that comes up is related, then dating, then cousins, and then relationships.
So maybe people just saw them together and they're like, "Oh, they must be dating." Well, they did the math.
No, they saw the mom and Jayden Daniels, and they figured if mom's there, it must be a date. Because mom goes on all the dates.
He goes on all his dates. Kramer, were you able to find that clip that I was talking about?
We have it.
All right, we got to play this. This is Joe Theismann was doing something for the NFL Network. Deion Sanders was there. They were talking. This must have been probably about Tom Brady, if I had to guess.
Let's see. I'm just gonna do this. And this. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm not sure either.
So difficult because
no audio.
You wind up with is you could do what you want with
no audio. Why is there not audio, Sean?
Well, Kramer, you are the
so difficult because what you wind up with is you could do what you want with your corners against New England, but you still have Gronkowski and Hernandez to deal with at the tight end position, and don't forget Danny Woodcock out of the backfield. Danny Woodcock.
Deion is out of his chair, just laughing hysterically.
How old is Deion?
Oh man!
I knew I was going to do it.
Look at Deion. No, he didn't.
I'm done.
All right. I mean, you get the idea.
What show is that?
I think it was. It might have been Inside the NFL or something like that. Oh, that was just awesome. Deion losing his mind. Shout out to Joey T. And whatever he's up to. Ryan, we got to get Joe Theismann back on the show. Always a great guest. big fans of us. Firm handshake. Enjoyed running into him on Radio Row. All right, we're gonna get into the Commanders football Redskins team schedule. Before we do, shout out to mybookie.ag. Everyone goes to me, Sean, who's your bookie? My bookie. Could be your bookie over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN, available in a ton of locations. Always great to have plenty of options, and you get the 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions do apply. It's a rollover bonus, so make sure you read up on that. But super easy to deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Maybe you got a little Bitcoin putting up numbers, 121,000 right now. Shave a little off your Bitcoin, put it over at mybookie.ag and really put it to work. They got the early cash out, but again, the deposit withdrawal, super easy, super convenient. The MyBookie casino, if you're a true mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. That's right. Love Rhythm. They are continuing to do very well. Smart Signals. That's right. Smart Signals is their new power trends, moving it over to Smart Signals. And man, every time I'm looking at Rhythm, it's just it's a numbers game, and let the nerds do the heavy lifting. I just opened my Rhythm app, and wouldn't you know it, college football is live. Oh man, this is awesome.
God damn it, Sean.
Yeah, week 0 right around the corner.
Excuse my language.
Mac and Colby are going to be out at contest weekend, hanging out, doing some shows with us there. Radio Row, there's an open bar. It's going to be awesome.
I could see a pretty large contingent on the recliners late night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Staring up at the stars.
And they already have. I'm already looking at some week 0 plays. This is really where they can put up some numbers. University at Albany versus Iowa. They love the. Wait, so that's the 8:30. Let me see if there's any. That's a true week 1. Okay, week 1 stuff already out there, but they do like. What do they like here? They like the over 45.5 for Iowa and the University of Alabama or Albany. So maybe that new look Iowa offense heats up. Get your 7-day free trial today. Start playing around. sportsgamingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Kramer, talk numbers. What's the spread, or what's the win total, division? Where are we at?
Hello. We are in fact talking about, I know we went a little bit out of order here, but we're back into 9.5, Sean. So the Commanders are at a strong 9.5, slight juiced, -117 to the over, -107 to the under, -140 to make the playoffs. So they are favored to make the playoffs.
Wow.
Do they not watch the NFL every year? +114 to miss, 210 to win the division. Wow, Sean, they're that close to the Eagles. That roster was in shambles last year going into the season. That's what people said. That's what people told us. 9-1 to win the conference, same as the Niners. Interesting. 18-1 to win the Super Bowl. Schedule is strength of schedule pretty average, and they don't have a ton of rest advantages ever. In fact, they have one of the worst total net rest disadvantages, I guess you'd say.
Third hardest as far as the net rest edge, -13 overall. So and another thing, going back to the regression stuff, the Commanders converted 87% of their 4th down attempts. They were 20 of 23 on 4th down attempts. And I remember it because when they were playing against the Eagles in the conference championship, came out with a very good drive. And then Dan Quinn, kind of a little pussy, kicking the field goal. And I was like, wait, they're awesome at 4th downs. Why are they not kicking it? Mac, the 4th down magic, does that continue?
I mean, that's where Daniels' legs were so effective.
That's true.
If it was 4th and 2 or less, he was pretty much automatic. Now, some of the times it drove me insane because I'm like, take the fucking 3 points. It's all right to take a field goal every now and then, but I mean, Daniels is pretty damn good 4th and 2 or less.
Yeah, no, I mean, and shout out to Cliff. Like, again, why I'm slightly skeptical is that year 2 of the Cliff Kingsbury offense, maybe they get a little film on him. But what's obviously scares me is Jayden Daniels does look pretty good.
Yes, but
but there's a lot of other reasons. Their front seven on defense.
I think
their run game around him.
Everything else. And
yeah.
Well, they did get some. They got some good outcomes when he was still playing bad. And then as they started getting better, they continued to get some good outcomes. And I think some of it is created by the quarterback, like the idea that you can be better on fourth down. I think there's something to that. He seems to be one of the more intelligent guys I've ever seen in terms of setting up the defender, knowing you're going to run, looking like you're going to pass, and which that's the scary part. But I think it's the whole other roster. I mean, I remember how down people were on this roster. It was part of the reason they were saying it wasn't a good situation. They were saying the Bears the better situation.
Well, they have
to be a quarterback.
They have one of the oldest rosters in the league. And again, I was skeptical going into last year, and obviously, they proved us wrong, Ryan, and proved me wrong, because I was like, I don't know, man. You bring in all these old vets on 1-year deals, and they all kind of hit. Can they do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. But you bet your ass I'm going to bet against it, because I'm a numbers guy, Sean.
Yeah,
I'm a numbers. Just like with the Cowboys,
especially when they're not favorable to division opponents.
Well, just like with the Cowboys, I said I'm going to be objective this year, and I couldn't find a win on that schedule, which means I do have 2 wins on this schedule at least. Let's get into it, Sean. First 4, as we do. Giants, week 1. We all know what happened last year with the anomaly that was the Commanders pulling the horseshoe out of their
twice
ass
against the Giants.
I mean, like, objectively speaking, Giants should have won both those games. Okay. So the earth settles and things go back to the center at Green Bay week 2, which is a Thursday night football game, and then Raiders at home and then at Atlanta, which will be the first of a back-to-back. I would circle that Atlanta game's quite interesting. All these games, we didn't mention it, but they are favored 12 times, Sean.
Yeah.
3 of them right here.
I mean, just going back to the 49ers team preview, which we just recorded with Katie Mox, go back and check that out. To compare it, the 49ers were favored in 15 games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, which is, I mean, just highlights how numbers, easy their schedule is. I think the market respects this Redskins team, so I think theirs highlights the tougher schedule is what I was getting at there. But Kramer, what are you doing first 4 games?
So strangely, I think that the 2 times they're laying big numbers could sneak up on them.
Now your Giants bias in there. I am not playing.
Who's blocking Abdul Carter on this team? Mac, have you seen this guy? 3 for 3 in the preseason. I love football.
3 for 3. Back. 3 pressures.
Yeah, 3 pressures on 3 snaps.
You and Steph and Terrell are all drinking the Kool-Aid.
No,
they haven't lost a game yet.
Abdul is good. The Giants D line is good. The problem is the rest of the team is.
I don't know when I'll use it, but at some point, I mean, maybe he'll do it on the preseason. Terrell did send me some notes. He also sent me an audio message.
Okay.
My official statement is Terrell can continue to be the fucking heel. It's working. It's working.
I do. I'm not playing Commanders week 1 in Survivor. I'll tell you that much. And it'll be interesting.
Because you know that they don't beat the Giants.
Well,
typically,
I don't want to play division games. I want to try to avoid division games in Survivor in general, but that does have like sneaky Giants D line gets a little loose.
You don't know what you're about to find out.
Well, it's just it's a new quarterback situation. Russ, it's before it's late in the year and he falls apart or pulls his calf muscle or whatever's going to happen to him. At Green Bay, Thursday night game on a short week is very tough. Raiders at home. Yeah, certainly you would like the Commanders there. At Atlanta, I'm kind of higher on Atlanta than I think the rest. That should be, at least in my mind, an interesting game. I will go. I'll go 2-2 here. Kramer, what did you go?
I like the Dan Quinn little
Dan Quinn revenge. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing to note with the Commanders is, I mean, Malik Neighbors had a lot of catches against them. A lot of catches against them.
Is this a fantasy show, or are we talking?
No. Look, I think that they could lose if they can't stop the run. Sean, the Raiders might be a problem.
I mean, Gene T we'll see.
Is it crazy to say 1-3 here?
No, I mean, again, a little bit of a hangover for this team after the season they had. I don't think is crazy.
My logic is that I think the Atlanta game, like that Atlanta game, kind of highlights how much love they're getting for them to be laying that number at Atlanta. I'm not even that high on Atlanta. That's a little bit crazy. So yeah, I think both road games are very losable, and I think they drop one of the Giants and or Raiders. So 1-3.
1-3. Mac, I think will be a little higher, but Mac, what do you have the Commanders in your first 4 games?
So it goes back to my thing where I'm cautiously optimistic. They're going from the hunter to the hunted now. The target, they have a target on their back. I mean, they're transitioning into games where they're supposed to win. They're laying points in 12 games. Last year they were laying points in, I think, 2 in the preseason. I'll go 2-2. They'll lose to Green Bay and then they'll get picked off in one of those games. It might be the Giants, as much as I hate to say it. For whatever reason, they suck against the Giants. I mean, last year, as bad as the Giants were, they still only beat them by 1 score.
I know.
They should have. That first game, they definitely should have lost. They had that Zach Ertz play was ridiculous.
The kicker. I remember.
Your kicker. Well, that was partly incompetent coaching. You knew that guy had a pulled groin, and you didn't bring.
Don't get me started.
You didn't have a backup kicker on the roster.
That was the bad part of the preseason. Graham Gano getting 3 50-yarders in the preseason game, locking his status back up. If he gets hurt this season, Sean.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Mac, sorry to jump in there. 2-2. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Like I said, I think they're going to start a little bit slow, especially with the McLaurin stuff, but it's a long season.
Kramer.
Just kind of overall, I see the Commanders are clearly a team that I'd like to fade in the look ahead markets. All right. So I mentioned back-to-back road spot. The second one is, and by the way, last season they were favored 3 times, Max. So you were their win total was 6.5.
They're in a different world here.
Yeah. Win total was 6.5 and favored 3 times. That is like when you frame it like that, it is an incredible 1-year swing. So second one is out in Los Angeles. Now, I do think this is a home game. I think all the dormant Commander fans that live in Los Angeles are fucking going to this game
out of the woodwork.
Oh, you know how it is out here. That no one actually roots for the Chargers. Then you have the Bears at home at Dallas, which I wasn't able to find a win on Dallas's schedule, so this is a dub. And then at Kansas City, a second back-to-back road game and a fourth road game in
its first 8 games.
5
Not
games.
Easy.
The Bears and the Chiefs are Monday night.
So yeah, I mean, first 8 games, you have 5 on the road, and as you pointed out, Ryan, week 7 and week 8, back to back at Dallas, at Kansas City. Obviously, they'll smash Dallas, but on the road at KC, catching a decent number. You have Chicago at home, which is probably winnable, and then Chargers. That's an interesting matchup for them, because if Chargers, now I would have liked Chargers more if they hadn't just lost their left tackle Slater, because I think their ability to be like road graders with Marion Hampton would be interesting for that team.
Commanders, I think, can win that game. Also worth noting, the Chiefs have the Bills on deck when they play their week 8. So the perhaps seems unlikely, but perhaps a look ahead spot, especially if the Commanders start slow.
Yeah. Mac, we'll let you start. What are you doing here in this 4-game stretch?
I think I'm going to go 2-2 again. I think they're going to lose in Arrowhead, and that's a Monday night game. The TV execs are drooling all over getting Mahomes versus Daniels in prime time. But yeah, man, this schedule's brutal to start the first half. I'm trying to be realistic here. I know.
Showtime Mahomes.
Well, and
I've had 8 on the road.
Yeah,
and Caleb Williams versus Jayden Daniels is the other Monday night game that they've already locked.
Who loves their mom more? It's all time guys who love their moms a lot.
Guys who loves their mom.
Well, We'll beat the Bears. J Mark, they suck.
I think I'm with Mac. I'm also 2-2 because I think they win at Dallas and then
the Chargers. I think they lose to the Bears and the Chiefs.
The Chargers, they'll win one of the Chargers Bears games. I think maybe
2-2,
maybe 2, but I'll go 2-2.
Just
Kramer,
win week 7.
Yeah. All right, Kramer. So Kramer's 3-5. Mac and I 4-4 going into the second half, which there's a couple more winnable games, but this schedule is tough, man.
Seattle comes to town week 9. Then we have. Am I looking at the right team here? Yeah, Seattle comes town week 9. Then we have Detroit, and then we jaunt across the pond to Spain. Hola. I think somewhat there's going to be some sort of aggressive Spanish guy situation over there. They're almost like Italians. No one talks about them like Italians, but the Spanish, very aggressive. Bye week on the way home, so they think it's Commanders are in the camp of take the bye, and then Denver, which you want to catch them in your house for sure. Now, what I see here is I see some teams that are going to. Well, let's put Miami to the side. I see some teams that are going to be able to get after the quarterback, and I think this is where I mean we didn't really bring it up earlier, but I mean is Terry McLaurin playing for this team?
Yeah.
Did the holdout cause a soft tissue injury and maybe he's missed a bunch of games?
No, but I mean, I think he will play, but we saw it with Deebo Samuel when he held out, or Brandon Ayuk, or Deebo Samuel especially when he held out the year before for the 49ers. And he even said like missing that time. We got off to a slow start. Now Terry McLaurin is a vet. He did play with Jayden Daniels last year, but them getting off to a slow start in the passing game, I don't think is crazy if he misses all this time. Like this is good to build the reps, especially with putting Deebo into that offense, how things are going to run, what's going to be different.
You're going to get, so you're getting, I think there's also this element of like the defenses you're playing and their ability to shut down your style of quarterback play, your style of offense. You think about like having, the Chargers familiar with it, Roman, Lamar, Chiefs, Seattle. I mean, there's a no, you can kind of spin a web of like combine that with the fact that Kingsbury has always been figured out his entire career. Now people had a full offseason.
Now that might be we're realizing that could be a Kyler stat.
Maybe, but
yes,
it's not just the Kingsbury in the pros.
I'm laughing because someone shared the clip of Kyler throwing that really bad interception, and they said they really wanted to compare this fucking tater tot to Lamar Jackson, and just calling him a tater tot. I was dying.
The Kingsbury stat does apply to his college time too.
True.
So I think it's more just his offense generally doesn't adapt well. It's not a good adjustment. So,
but yeah,
we'll see. I mean, it worked, and I think part of it working was the quarterback. So, all right. So we have 4 games here now.
No road games.
No, well they go to Spain, but no
true road games. I think I'm with Easy in the chat, who's a Lions fan, obviously, but the Lions, that's going to be their Super Bowl to try and avenge that loss. And it's the week before a European road trip, which I think I would have to look at the numbers, but I feel like that's always a tricky spot. So for me, it's
also, do I not have it? Seattle is Sunday night.
Okay.
As well. So you have like the primetime stretch
of
Chicago.
Denver. So is Denver.
Chicago. Wow. Oh, you're right.
Sunday night. Look at all this primetime games, Mac.
Chicago Monday night, then the Chiefs Monday night, then Seattle Sunday night.
That's a short
then Miami in Spain, then Denver Sunday night.
So you have a back-to-back road spot going into a short. So you have a short week off of Kansas City, who's a physical team, and then you go. You're at home against Seattle. Then you have Detroit, who has you circled on the schedule. As Easy points out, you go to Miami you go to Spain to face Miami. Who knows what this Dolphins team is going to look like then? And then you have the bye week, and then you have the Broncos, who I'm high on. Obviously.
They gambled here. The primetime games come a little later in the schedule. Hopefully things work out. be really embarrassing if they had to flex a bunch of Commanders games out because they didn't want to show. Who's the backup quarterback this year?
Mariota.
Yeah, that would be. We don't need that on prime time.
I'll go. I do think the Lions spot is going to be a tough spot for the Commanders, and I will say between Seattle, Spain, and Broncos, they lose one more, so 2-2. Kramer, what are you doing?
I think that I think the Detroit revenge spot is very strong. I think they also, if Aiden Hutchinson is what I've read he is, he's going to be the greatest pass rusher in the history of the world.
He's very good.
I think the idea that Seattle and Denver's defense could limit what Jayden Daniels could do. I have no faith in the Washington defense. This is actually like Jayden Daniels and bringing his mom with the Spain trip to make sure none of the Spanish ladies get too close. 1-3. 1-3.
Okay. Now Jayden Daniels they didn't go international last year, so I get what you're saying.
Mom's gotta come. The chaperone, right?
The chaperone. I'll take her to. I was gonna say Big Ben, but I don't know what the go-to tourist destination.
Maybe that should give Seattle, right? It's my
not going to turn your waffle iron. That's up for you.
2-2. I'll be optimistic. I don't want people coming after me.
So Mac, next 4. Now, as you pointed out, no true road games, but some tough spots nonetheless. What do you have the Commanders doing here?
Yeah, I think they start playing well here. 3-1. I think the game they drop is the Lions game. As much as I want to beat the Lions again, it's revenge angle, and I'll intertwine my Colby. Who even knows if Mike McDaniel's coaching this game? He likes to get the coaches fired.
every conference preview. Poor, I mean, some of these coaches. No, poor Narduzzi. I feel like he fires Narduzzi every game.
It's been a couple of seasons now, at least.
Yeah, he likes getting the axe out.
What is this nonsense? Mariota better quarterback than 1/3 the league starting? That's not true. We could be sued for this kind of slander.
No, I would say the bottom 5 starters that you see this year, he's probably in that mix.
He's a guy you want on your team, but you don't want playing.
Yeah,
like he's probably a better backup off the field than he is on the field.
He's a good spot starter. He was good in the 2 games he played. I don't need to see him more than that.
Yeah, I would say, he's not a top. Now that I think about it, not top 32 quarterback.
But it's a situation where come on, Sean. You know it's going to happen eventually. He's not getting any thicker. He's a skinny little bitch.
I mean, you're talking about Jayden Daniels. Yeah,
I didn't say it specifically.
He's got to hit the weight room, get some protein shakes.
You can read between the lines.
Last 5 is interesting. A lot of division games. 3
road games. Again, they jammed. The Commanders got the 4 division games in the last 4 weeks. Again, we got to sort something out here. At Minnesota, so another back-to-back road spot here. You got at Minnesota, going into at Giants, and then you're taking on the Eagles on a Saturday to set up the Cowboys on Christmas Day at home, and then back to the road to take on the Eagles again. Backloading the Eagles Commanders games, another interesting element.
You just want some sick primetime games for the holidays.
Hopefully Jaden, if there's one thing that could derail my Eagles 9-8 prediction, it's too many wins being gifted because Marcus Mariota is playing in a revenge spot versus the Eagles. A lot of winnable games here. Of course, they don't beat the Giants. The Vikings game is tough. Always tough to play up there in the spaceship. The first Eagles game feels like the one they'll win. They always give the Eagles trouble, Sean.
No.
Ron did. Ron got him up for the Eagles games for whatever reason.
That was true. Ron Rivera. Well, that was a different Eagles team.
And they beat the Cowboys. So I'm thinking 2-3 here.
Okay. You're thinking 3-2, but what would you actually make?
2-3.
2-3. Okay. All right. So I'm writing down 2 and 3.
3-2. 3-2.
3-2 for Ryan. Okay.
What did I finish at?
8-9 for your Washington Commanders. Mac, will let you have the floor. 7-5 coming into this last 5 stretch. A lot of road games, but certainly the spread suggests that they'll be in these games. How do you see them finishing out?
Yeah, a ton of coin flip games. I mean that's how the NFC East is, and that them backloading it. You know, the NFL wants the skins to be relevant here. So I'll go 3-2, 10-7. Barely get over the over. Last year we smashed. We hit the over in like week 9 for that 6.5. This year will be a little bit more sweaty. But yeah, get back to the playoffs, back to back.
I will. So I think at Minnesota winnable, at Giants winnable, and then Cowboys obviously winnable. I'm with Mac. I have them going 3-2. Jalen Hurts 6-3 as a starter against the Commanders.
So he's lost a game in 3 seasons.
One of the losses was when he got knocked out last year, and Kenny Pickett finished up, and unfortunately couldn't get the win. So I don't know if you say that's completely his fault. There was that, and I don't know if you can find the
Monday night game. Remember the Monday night game where they ended the Eagles' perfect season and Ron celebrated like he won the Super Bowl?
Yes, that was. I do remember that. I was talking about when he got when Hurts got knocked out and the ref's like staring right at him and he's like clearly concussed and he's giving the ref a thumbs up. I'm gonna try and find that photo because that was great. And the ref was just like, no, you're concussed. You're not coming back. All right, we're going to talk about our best bets for your 2025 Washington Commanders. Before we do, shout out to Circa Million, Circa Survivor. Come hang out with us. Mac and Colby are going to be there. We're going to be doing live shows. We have the VSiN show Friday night, contest weekend, August 21st to the 23rd.
Play the breaking news.
Okay.
If you want to. Now we've never actually offered this up before. You will argument with Colby on the table.
Oh wow! You get a free argument with Colby.
Free argument with Colby. Any topic, preferably something he doesn't go against, something he doesn't like.
I'd say Kramer. I think this is the better way to phrase it. So we will put out if anyone shows up in person, hangs out with us. Always great with you guys.
Debate.
No, just if you can get Colby going. Now, obviously if you know the show, what gets Colby fired up. If you can get Colby going on a rant, $100 gift card coming your way. So the idea is you show up. Hey, big fans, SGP, college experience. It's great. Love it. Agree with everything you say, except Don't football, the kickoff rule. You actually like the Commander's name better. Any of those things. You wish there was more offense in football. Any of that gets Colby going. $100 gift card coming your way. But you can.
Wow.
So that's a good quest for everyone coming out. And of course, if you can make it for contest weekend, great weekend. But hey, anytime between now and the season starts, get signed up for the Circuit contests, footballcontest.com, promo code SGP, get you $50 off your proxy fees. And if you're coming out for contest weekend, use promo code SGP15, gets you 15% off the Golden Gate, the D, and of course the beautiful Circuit, best property downtown. And if you're a sports fan visiting Las Vegas and you don't stay at the Circa, I really don't know what you're doing. You're truly missing out. So Circa Las Vegas, promo code SGP15. We're also I'm laughing at Easy in the chat saying I've gotten Colby going on a bunch of shows. I don't think this would be hard. No, it's great. It's not hard, but it would just be great to see it in person and start off, whatever you want to say. Hey, I'm a fan, blah, blah, blah. And then get them wild up.
Yeah.
Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. Kramer, I know they're always trying to get rid of my boy, Zach Ertz. And as much as it pains me to see him in a Commander's jersey, Zach Ertz is still kind of an interesting best ball player.
Oh,
right?
he's going to have usage as long as he's playing.
How many catches did he have last year and how many touchdowns in the regular season?
What you got? You're looking at it.
Yeah. What's your guess?
8 touchdowns,
Close. 7 touchdowns on 66 catches.
850 yards.
And he had 650 yards.
Yeah, low A-dot.
He's not a yak guy. They call him no yak Zach, but still fun maybe. I know the idea of like Ben Sinnott, but that really hasn't taken off yet. We'll see if it does. He's still kind of an interesting best ball play. But again, get in on Underdog Fantasy and best ball. Get in on the higher lower pick'ems. So many ways to win. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, what do you got for your Commanders bets?
All right, so what if is it under might be? I think under is going to be on potentially on the season total overall locks. So like if
the regression is strong,
you're putting some pencil next to something, them to go under. Now, could they still sneak in the playoffs? Maybe. What did I have them going? 8 and 9.
You had them 8 and 9, which I don't. Yeah. You're not getting in at 8 and 9.
Now the other question is there a basement, what, like the Mariota case? Do we play a Mariota case?
Now, what would you have the
well, for the Commanders to have, I know that I have the it was very difficult to find wins on the Cowboys schedule, but the Commanders to have the fewest wins. Remember, the roster was really bad last year. They didn't do a ton to improvement. I don't think Debo gets you too excited. If Terry McLaurin holdout's real, the injury happens, then McLaurin says, well, why am I coming back now? 150 to 1.
150 to 1.
Put me down.
Okay. Now you listen to the 49ers episode. I like them as my long shot fewest wins. I certainly see the case for the Commanders.
I can play both.
Yeah, it's 150 to 1, rolling the dice. But I see where
200 to 1, 150 to 1. Nice portfolio of long shots.
What else are you doing? How else are you fading the Commanders?
Well, I'm not necessarily. Well, I am fading them. The second thing I would say is that I would like to play. We've discussed the exacta and the superfecta with the Giants and Eagles on top.
Oh, okay. So Commanders third place.
Well, the way that I would put it out there would be Commanders third place. Which, what are you pricing Commanders at third place in your book?
5 to 1.
Plus 380.
Plus 380.
My price look bad. You played the game incorrectly.
No,
I'm also going to play Commanders last place.
Oh, okay.
Plus 1050.
Even though you have the Cowboys going 0-17.
Well, again, sometimes you play multiple horses.
Yeah, all right. No, I understand.
Spot.
It's a portfolio. There's going to be winners and losers mixed in there.
Mac, you want to throw something positive in? People are probably getting upset at this point.
Yeah.
What do you got? So you're on the over 9.5 wins. Any other ways you like to play the Commanders?
I mean, I'm going to play the Super Bowl. Because if they get in with Daniels, I mean, they saw it last year. He won 2 playoff games already. If they're healthy, why not? 18 to 1, win the Super Bowl.
No, I mean there is that thing of like you kind of need that little bit of experience before you actually win it, and they got that last year. As much as there are signs of regression, you know, if he makes a jump in his play and this older veteran team stays healthy, and all the other. And they win a bunch of games on Hail Marys and what other bullshit they had last year. Yeah. To your point, if they're in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out because Daniels is good. So that's all I got for you as far as being positive.
They got the experience out of the way and just get in the dance back-to-back years, and then we'll roll the dice again and beat the shit out of the Lions. Easy.
They are 8 to 1 to be the 1 seed.
Really? Yeah. 8 to 1. Okay.
That schedule's pretty damn hard to be the 1 seed. That's another thing. Like they got the last place schedule last year. That was a nice schedule they had last year, and they drew a bunch of backup QBs.
Yeah, I mean the list of like the 12 wins came against, and I actually have it in front of me.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones, Andy Dalton, Caleb Williams, Daniel Jones. They lost against Cooper Rush, Will Levis, Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, Kenny Pickett, Trey Lance, Deshaun Watson. They did beat Joe Burrow on that Monday night game. So
you joining me on the most losses?
No, but I think they. What do you have the division price? Because that was or the division wins market, Ryan. Because that to me is kind of an interesting fate of them. Instead of going with some of the stuff you're doing, I think taking their. I assume it's
the fact that things will get normalized and they'll lose 2 to the Giants.
I just is their division win total set at 3.5 or 4.5 or what is it?
3.5, I'd assume. Let me find it.
Yeah, if you can pull that.
All right, it's over under 3.5 minus 110 each way. That's an under. I'll join you on that.
Yeah, I'll go.
In fact, that might be a better lock. Hold on. The Cowboys though, they'll win 2. That's still they got to beat the Eagles twice for this.
I like the division wins under 3.5 wins because I think that's a way for me to fade them without being positive necessarily on some of the the third place. I see it, but that's probably more just because you're a Giants fan. So, Mac, you like the over 9.5 wins. You're on the Super Bowl. Why not? Maybe this is the year. What else is any other bets jumping out at you?
So I was looking, it kind of disappeared. I'm trying to play who do I think will step in if McLaurin's kind of slow. I think everybody will want to jump on Debo by default, but I don't know. Debo is kind of in and out of the lineup. I kind of want to be on the overs with Zach Ertz next year. He's all reliable, man. Every time you talked about those fourth quarter or those fourth down numbers, Ertz was a big part of that. Ertz, I feel like anytime they needed a big catch, Zach Ertz was there. So I'm going to play the overs on Zach Ertz. I don't know what happened to my numbers, but whatever Zach Ertz is, I'm going to play the over receiving yards and touchdowns next year.
And let me see if I can pull up those numbers. The while I'm doing that, I'd also throw out, especially for the fan. I'm not seeing numbers on them right now.
He just took it down for whatever reason. Yeah,
I'm not seeing any, but I'd also throw out in the fantasy streets, former Hokie Jalen Lane. But you want to talk about the guy who could specifically be in that
really?
role. From what I've not as up the ass of the team as Mac, but from what I was reading, and I get the Hokie updates. It sounds like he has a real shot to do, he's been flashing in camp, and he has a chance to be in the McLaurin role if they fuck that up.
I will. I'll take Zach Ertz anytime touchdown week 1 against the Giants. That you can get. And I'm always going to be on the Zach Ertz.
They're not going to be able to play him because they're going to need to have an extra blocker because of this Abdul Carter guy.
Well, if you need an extra blocker, Zach Ertz is not your guy. So Zach Ertz anytime touchdown plus 190 week 1.
I'll book that.
You will?
All sure.
Right. Let's
and
go.
I agree with what Easy said. McCaffrey was the other guy that caught my eye. I think.
Luke McCaffrey. Yeah. What's he been doing?
McCaffrey. He's solid, man. He got a little bit of work last year. He was a rookie. But I think year 2 in the system, I think he takes a jump, and just trying to find different ways, guys that have a little bit of comfort with Daniels if this McLaurin situation doesn't get better. I mean, it's still going to be a transition with Debo coming in because he hasn't played with Daniels yet. The other guys have.
Cannabis Capper, shout out to him, legend, and you can get he's all over the place. Zach Ertz first touchdown week 1, maybe
not interested.
The price right now is 10 to 1. I feel like we can get a slightly better number. Oh, you're not interested? Why, Ryan?
I mean, what does he
Zach
think?
Ertz.
What does he think we're fucking? You got John Bates on this roster, sir.
John Bates is blocker.
And while always important to study the depth charts. And if you have been studying the depth charts of the Commander football team Redskins, you would know that listed as their 4th string tight end, you have Colson Yankoff.
Oh,
I mean, God, please give us an opportunity.
Colston Yankoff
to bet on Yankoff.
Sounds like the Lost Jerky Boys guy. Hey, my buddy Colston Yankoff. All right, so for me, it's simple.
He's a UCLA guy.
The under 9.5 wins, division wins under 3.5. and Zach Ertz to get into the end zone. Mac likes the over on the Zach Ertz Super Bowl over 9.5 wins. Do you think they win the division, Mac, at 10-7?
I've been torn on that one because the Eagles by default can't win it this year because nobody ever repeats in the NFC East. It's like a rule over the last 2 decades. And I won't pick the Cowboys just because that's against the rules. Yeah, why not? You know what? I'll sprinkle on the 2-1 or plus 210.
All right, tossing in.
He's doing everything. Taking a piece of everything.
NFC East at plus 210.
I'm trying to be optimistic. You know, you got a good quarterback. You got to stay healthy. But I keep going back to it. I haven't seen it back-to-back years in my lifetime, so cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's someone that it's a new thing. It's going well. You don't want to jinx it. Yeah, see how this goes.
I get. Yeah, I mean, I was actually I don't know if I've ever actually experienced the feeling of a Jayden Daniels showing up.
What do you mean?
Like maybe Beckham. Maybe that was the closest thing to like, oh fuck, can't wait to see this toy.
Oh, yeah. Someone really just lighting it up.
Just like on that level, because even Barkley wasn't on that level. Like I remember Beckham after he caught that first slant, it was like, oh shit. Then the next, I mean, me and Man in the Box were looking at it, but like the numbers that he put up in missing 4 games, remarkable. So that's. I mean, Jayden Daniels, I would imagine, has to have created more. Think about how dead the Washington franchise was, and between the ownership and the getting the right quarterback. Like, my God.
Yep.
Well, someone had a great.
It's got to feel good.
Great thing about Josh Harris, who also owns the Sixers, and a lot of Sixers fans are kind of they hate the fact that he also owns the Commanders, and just kind of hate the way he's managed the Sixers team, and saying that, maybe the Paul George contract, all the guaranteed money he gave to Paul George is somehow preventing him from re-signing Terry McLaurin. So if that's the case, then maybe Paul George give him all the money. Well, I mean, I don't think so, but you never know. Like you actually
cash flow, right?
There is an aspect of it. You think of these guys having unlimited money, but the Raiders owner, they had to get rid of Khalil Mack in part because they didn't have enough money. Like when you sign a guy to guaranteed money per the NFLPA, you have to put a chunk of that in escrow.
All of it.
Or okay.
All of the guaranteed portion of the contract goes into escrow, even though it gets paid out over the term of the contract generally in terms of signing bonuses. And so it's like basically if you're a family owned team, you probably don't have the money. Now, Josh Harris, he probably has ways to find liquidity.
But some of these teams end up being a little cash poor, even though you're like, how can that be? Well, they might be not super liquid, or they might not care. But.
Imagine Joel Embiid somehow having impact on my football team.
Oh man,
not in my.
Maybe that'll be his big win for the city. League. Somehow crippling the Commanders and their ability to sign free agents. Good times, Mac. Thanks for hopping on. Of course, check them out. College Experience. 136 team previews. So if you have a college football team they're rooting for, you're going to get a team preview from him and Colby. I think they got 100 knocked out. You're up against it.
We'll get there eventually.
Put the pedal to the metal. Make sure you get all these out. Also going to be out week 0, hanging out with us. Circuit contest weekend. Come out and say hi. Circuit's great. It's always an awesome hang. And the pack break Tuesday night, 7:00, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break. Get in over there. And last but not least, Spotify. I've been getting a lot of questions over on Spotify. Questions, comments, 5 stars over there. It's awesome. Appreciate you guys. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Regression loading.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution. I'm wet.